Hello, guys. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Thursday, July the 30th, 2009, and Operation Overlook is going headstrong across the United States. A lot of fear going on out there around the United States, and I'm trying to tell you guys, calm down. You have to understand something. There is United Nations troops on our soil. It is implorable. I got news for you. This is an attack on the United States, and it's basically here to impose some kind of an activity to start militia units firing on UN troops. They're antagonizing us. Stand down. Just get your cameras out. Shoot pictures. Document it. Send it to your state legislature. Send it to your congressman. And above all, give it to your sheriff. There is a big misnomer out there that your sheriff doesn't have power or the county doesn't have power. You have to understand something. The sheriff has the power to stop anything in any county with his men and legally do so. Period. 100,000%. So do me a favor. Those of you that are looking for updates of what's going on out there, go to your browser, your search engine, whichever way you want to call it, and get out there and look up Simple Dan 76 and on YouTube. Just put YouTube in your browser, Simple Dan 76, if you want the updates of what's going on out there. Other than that, just sit back and let them do their little thing, because this is all some provocation to get people out here disengaging from reality. They want you to be divided one at a time. We got problems around the world. Today is dedicated to Financial Thursdays. It's always been Financial Thursdays since I've hooked up with Wind Talkers Radio Network. And the man that has had a week to relocate, take a few breaths of air, and calm down from the rigors of 20 to 30 radio station shows a day has been Bob Chapman, and he returns today, the last Thursday of the month of July, to bring his insight of what's going on out there. And obviously, yes, just 30 minutes before the showtime, there were tons of people wanting me to go watch videos and look at videos and etc. And I was trying to get some of those sent out to other people, plus answer the door because the mailman had a package for me from Colorado, and it's been a turmoil around here with a deluge of rain and thunderstorms. But we got the show off the ground. We have Bob Chapman in the background. And Bob Chapman, well, is one of the men that is sought after around the world. His international newsletter, financial newsletter, theinternationalforecaster.com, is the most widely newsletter that has been passed around, plagiarized, by more financial analysts out there than anybody else. The man is here not being paid. He doesn't get paid for anything any help he gives out, and all of his help that he gives out to you, not only is it free, he doesn't get paid except through the purchase of his newsletter. So if you've got a few dollars, team up with 2 or 3 people and get the newsletter. Go to my website, the 3Ws.amd.elequity.com. Bob Chapman's got a big block over there. You can listen to all his archives from this show. You can go to other networks and pick up their shows when he's on them. And the man is honoring you in the military around the world to help give you some advice to stand up and save your funds. But he tells you right up front, not only to stock up with gold and silver, he also tells you to make sure that you've got your cartridge box full and your big boomer clean and ready to work. But he also is not asking you to be a fool. So go take on 1,000 UN troops when it's just you. That's ludicrous. Wait for them to start shooting at us. Do God's work. Sit down and pray. Get your cameras out. and shoot pictures of them. Be smart. Fight smart. Welcome to the show, Mr. Chapman.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for such an introduction. I appreciate it, and it's been a joy being on this program for as long as I have, and also addressing the audience that I do. I do this because I want to, because I used to be one of them, and I know they have very difficult lives, and most of them don't know a lot about finance, and so hopefully I've been helpful to some people. Normally, when I'm on a program, I never mention another program except as an accolade, and many times I've mentioned Drew's program, the American Acquisition, on other programs, and nobody seems to take exception to it, so I do it when it's propitious, when it should be done. There's a reason. I'm going to make an announcement that I have not made before, and that is this Saturday night at 1 o'clock in the morning, that would be 1 a.m., that is Eastern Standard Time, I will be on the George Norrie Show on Coast to Coast. That's Coast to Coast AM, and you can go to Coast to Coast AM, and you can dial in the stations near you where you can pick it up, and of course it's on the internet as well. And it's the first time I've been on that program in over 5 years, and I'm going to be on for 4 hours into the wee hours of the morning. So I thought I'd mention that, and the reason why is that this kind of a lengthy program gives me a great opportunity to go into things in detail, and also if you are listening in, you're going to make the ratings of the program go up, and if they go up substantially, then perhaps they'd ask me back again. It's a 30, 40 million people audience, so I'd appreciate that if you did that. Now,
I got news for you. I got news for you. Already, Larissa, Bobby, and Doug have chimed in and said, "Thank you, Mr. Chapman. We will put your 4 hours on Wind Talkers, independent radio stations around the world, and we will bring you up, and there will be a link." I've already chimed in with Doug, and I will put a link up for the radio stations on my website so people can go and listen to the George Norrie Coast to Coast show from my site. We will promote your show for you.
On Saturday, George Norrie does not do the Saturday program. Another man named Ian Punnett, Punnett, will be the host and moderator. And so don't be surprised if you hear his name as well, because he'll be doing the program. But to me, it doesn't matter who does the program. It's that I'm going to be able, at one fell swoop, reach 30 or 40 million people. And that's what this is all about, telling people the truth about what's going on and helping them make decisions which will be very important in their lives.
Exactly. I understand that. What's all this news out there that the market's above 9,000 and everything is hunky-dory? Mr. Chapman, I'm seeing a hyperinflation about to hit the United States that hasn't been seen since the 1920s in Germany.
Well, the hyperinflation is in process, but we still have the underlying factor that is the deflationary environment. We've had it for 5 years, and that's why the United States, particularly the Federal Reserve, has increased money and credit probably at an annualized rate on average of 14 to 15% during that entire period of time, and they've done that in order to offset deflation. Now, in the last 2 years, we've had TARP and GARP and FARP and all of these and acronyms for all of these giveaway programs for Wall Street and the banking community and insurance companies. And look, you can throw in Chrysler and GM and GE and who knows what else, the rule changes and that favor corporations so they don't get bankrupt, and so on and so forth. And so we've had an accumulation of inflation. My guess is right now that inflation is about 9%, and most of it's in